Hello today, and we're going to do some read-write benchmark testings with 4 different solid-state drives I got in different computers. And what we're going to be using is the Crystal Disk Mark 5.1.2. So what this does is going to test your hard drive, your solid state drive, and it can test hard drives as well, all using SATA free connections, as I say, on different computers which I've got them installed. So what it's going to do is going to test all these different things here, read and write. So first of all, this is what we've got installed on this computer is the Crucial CT1000 MX200 SSD1. Or the MX200s, whatever it is. It's just loads of numbers. Yeah, it's basically a Crucial 1 GB drive. So what I'm going to do with all the settings, I'm going to keep them all the same. These are all going to be the same settings, 1 GB and 5, whatever that is, I don't know. So first, what's going on? I don't want the select folder. Oh, got to hold down. Right, so obviously we're going to choose C drive because that is the drive we're going to test. Right, so now we do, we click all. So what it's going to do now is go through a routine and test. So it'll probably take about a few minutes to do, so we'll just let it run. So straight away 541.4. So obviously people honestly don't know what it's actually doing, but people that know this thing, oh, it's gone up, or has it gone down? I can't remember. But yeah, it's just basically testing and the read and write. So obviously it's testing the read first. Yeah, it is a good bit of software to use. I have to thank Lee Trigs for telling me about this software. Yeah, what's this? 255.1. Four point 485.9. Well, he's at 27.76. Oh, it's gone up. So it should be doing the write now. So, so 392.1. Oh, it's gone up to 406. $413.4. It's gone up again. $228.8. 231.6. $384.2. $98.47. $98.78. So that's it. That's the test over with. So the highest up. We'll just go by the top there. The CQ3 to T1. So 541 and 415. So I think that's about average. Pretty good scores, I think. Because I have done other tests, but this is the recording of the recording. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and test another one. Right, I'm on a different machine now, and we're going to do the same test with this has got the Samsung 840 EVO 1TB inside this one. So let's start the test. We're going to use the same settings. So C drive, and away we go. So 543.5. Now 0.7. Now 0.8. $160.5. Now 160.61.3. .5. $519.2. $37.58. Now 0.64. About 0.73. So that's the retest. Is that the retest over? Right, now it's the right test. 501.0. 0.2. 0.6. $150.5. Or 86.1. .3. $83.16. 83.25. Now 0.41. Right, that's the test completed with the Samsung. Right, and now we're going to do a test on Kingfast 2710 MCJ15 128 gigabyte hard drive, solid state drive rather, and let's start the test. Away we go. These are the budget ones now, and I've had this one over a year. People are asking questions about this one. So 364.6, wow, that is a drop in performance compared to the other two, which were in the 500s. So yes, now you can, unless it's lost performance over the years, but 377.5 is quite a dramatic drop. But we will be testing another budget solid state drive just after this, which I recently bought, so we'll see how that compares. So we've got 102.5 there. $235.7. $246 now. Now 315. $5.7, now we've got 14.96. 15.73. So now that's the read test over, now we got the write test. $161.8. 64.8. 166.7. $91.91. 94.63. 118.4. $181.2. 182.5. $78.8. 79.5. 50. So that's the test over. Quite lower. That is a surprise. So the last hard solid state drive we have is the Integral P series 120 gigabyte. These are the recent ones I got. So let's start the test and see what the results are. I'm assuming it's going to be a bit higher than the Kingfast because they are pretty new. These ain't actually been tested on a SATA 3. 554. So that's a big improvement over the Kingfast. As I said, these integral drives have not been tested on a SATA 3 motherboard yet. But that is a well improved solid state drive over the Kingfast. And you've got to remember, this was cheaper than the Kingfast, but the Kingfast is well over a year old. But that's no excuse, because my the Samsung is over a year old, and that's still got very good performance. So yes, for 25 quid solid state drive, that is good performance by the looks of it. And I'm using exactly the same settings, and this is from the same computer, using the same motherboard and everything. So even to 528.9 now 0.8. So yes, very good performance. Well, read performance anyway. We ain't seen what the write performance is yet, but I'm only assuming that's going to be pretty good too. But we'll let it run out. Let it do its thing. So it's 31.82. Right, and now it's doing the write test. 494.1, and that may even go up more. 495.0 could go up into the 500s, maybe. Okay, maybe not, but that's still good for a £25 solid state drive. That is very good performance. A lot higher than the Kingfast. 154.4. $155.3. $482.1. $80.99. Right, so that's the test over with, and that is very impressive scores by the cheapest hard drive, by the cheapest solid state drive. Very impressive. Yes, well worth getting, I think. The Integral P series, 120GB. Very impressive scores for a cheap solid state drive. Anyway, that's that test over. Last but surely, this is not a solid state drive, but this is a Seagate 4TB, 3.5 inch solid state hybrid drive. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the results on this one. So we'll start the test. And also we're using the same settings, so we can get a comparison, the difference between a solid state drive and a solid state hybrid drive, which is just basically a hard drive with I guess solid state parts, and you can see the performance is 163.3, so no way as fast as a solid state drive, because obviously this has moving parts. It's like a hard drive. Yeah, you can see no way it can't perform, no way as high. But we'll let the test run out. Well, 1.528, 1.535. Excuse me for the shaky cam, because I am using a mobile phone to record all this, as you can probably already notice. So 1.556. One 161.5. .577, 0.593. That is quite low. So now for the write tests. 160.7. Still pretty average. Pretty well. 161.5. .822. $158.8. $159.8. 160.2. $4.801. 4.844. So that's the tests over. So yeah, so I am very well impressed with the budget drive, the £25 Integral P one. So yeah, so that's the testing all over now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.